Hello, and welcome to a moment of mindful living. I realize that a lot of us are now starting to experience the emotional toll of this long COVID-19 that we are going through, of the changes, the shootings here in the United States that are going on, the loss of lives that is still going on around the world, and let alone life in itself that continues to happen for all of us. Regular life changes that are happening in people's families, illnesses, deaths, weddings, marriages, divorces, kids graduating, going to school, you name it, elderly, taking care of elderly parents. So with all of that happening, there's been a rise in mental health worries. People are worried and they're just tired of being tired, and that's what we call emotional or mental exhaustion. So you might be asking, how do I know if I'm emotionally or mentally exhausted? Many a time emotional exhaustion will show up in physical symptoms because we're so used to not feeling well, looking at the physical symptoms. So yes, you'll get tension headaches, stomach pain, or maybe just tired all the time. Now it's like you're tired more than what you used to feel. Sleep changes. Some people sleep too much, some people sleep a little. A lot of people are getting irritated and just annoyed and just angry, just getting impatient. Some people will withdraw from social connections. They just don't do or hang around with the people that they used to. There's also a high rate of overuse of alcohol and drugs when one is emotionally exhausted. Sometimes some people will also have difficult making decisions, but what I want you to pay attention to are what we call intrusive thoughts. Our thoughts will stress us even more, will give us more distress than anything because of what we think about or what we feed into. So I just wanted to go through some tips on self-care tips that you can use to deal with this exhaustion, fatigueness, and tiredness that we have now, what we call emotional and mental exhaustion. Simplify your tasks. If you're feeling overwhelmed, break the things that you have to do into smaller pieces. Also, do what you can do, what is necessary to be done today. Every other thing can be moved to tomorrow. Recognize and limit the things that stress you. If the news is stressing you out, then don't watch the TV for some time. If the children are annoying you and irritating you, watch them, observe them, and be from a relaxed, calm point. Tell them what you want and what you don't want. If it's a spouse, let them know I am in this space where I'm so annoyed and irritated. I think I'm just tired. So just excuse me if I don't want to talk about certain issues or do certain things right now because I am tired. Tell people, what you're feeling, what you will do and not do, what you can take and cannot take. Ask for help. If you feel like, there's too much work to be done in the house and you're living with a spouse or you're living with children, ask them for help. Talking about children, if you have adult children that are living with you, I don't care if they're working and getting paid $2 or $5. Get them to give you some money so that, one, you can get help with the bills, but two, you can also help save money so that they can one day move and go somewhere. But when they are paying, they tend to be a little bit more responsible and more respectful. Build in breaks. When you're working from home, it's easy to find yourself working all the time and not logging off on time. So build in some frequent breaks and do something relaxing. Maybe take a walk. Maybe listen to some more of these dose of motivations from my YouTube channel, or even, listen to music. Maybe even just shut your eyes and close your eyes for 15-20 minutes. Make sure you eat. Don't put the food at your desk where you're eating and working. No, get up, go to the kitchen and sit in the kitchen, the living room, or even the dining room, and take that time to eat and relax yourself. Don't forget to create boundaries. Because if you don't create boundaries, everybody will ask you to do something. Everybody will expect you to do something. And everybody will get mad when you don't do whatever they are asking you to do. So setting boundaries will even help you yourself to know those things that you can say yes to and those things that you don't have to say yes to. And then care for yourself. What I mean by that is find ways to exercise, to relax, to improve your sleep. And yes, please learn to say no when it's too much for you, when you can't do it. It's okay. They're not going to be happy with you. It's okay. They're going to retaliate on you. It's okay. Say no anyway and find a way of using that time to your benefit and take care of you. Acknowledge what you can and cannot control. This is a big one, because then many a time we just say, well, I can control, this, and I can do this here, when it's actually a little bit more than you can handle, or maybe going out of your way to do something or to help someone when you yourself at that moment, you need help just relaxing. Pay attention to your thoughts. Ask yourself these statements every day. What am I thinking? Do I have control of what I'm thinking? Do I have control of what I'm worried about? If the answer is yes, do something. If it's no, let go. Remember, self-care is health. Also, if necessary, please seek professional help. Because if you're really depressed or anxious, it's more than you can, deal with or cope with. So it's always helpful to talk to a professional that can help you with some coping tips, especially some things that will help, change the way that you're doing things or the things that are happening around you. So seek therapy. It doesn't have to be lifelong therapy. Just short-term solution-focused therapy. It's really good. 6 to 8 sessions, 4 sometimes. I know I can talk to 3 sessions with someone and they will feel relieved and actually feel back in control, because that's what we do. We want people to be back in control of their lives, their emotions, as well as their everyday duties. So, these are the tips that I had for you today. Self-care is a must. Self-care is health. What will you do today? This is Dr. Stem. Be encouraged.